just because I've been ignoring that a lot. All right, what is going on, guys? So I'm here at a park near my house. I wasn't feeling too awesome this morning, and I kind of was just laying in bed, and I was like, I got to get out of the house. So I had some breakfast, and I got up, and I came out here to the park, and I just been kind of sitting in the sun, chilling out, and I thought it'd be a good time to kind of film a video to kind of like understand my own thoughts basically on, how I've been doing recently. So for a while, I really felt like I was making a lot of progress, and I was, because I was focusing a lot on trying to learn a lot more about, self-development. But one thing I realized was, even though I've been working really hard and spending a lot of time with my friends recently, I've just really felt a lot more stagnant, I guess, than I should. And I just feel like I haven't been moving forward in a lot of aspects of my life. And so some of the things that have kind of been concerning me are, I'm not going to the gym to do as much resistance training or weightlifting. I'm spending a lot more time just kind of playing sports or being outside, doing a lot more cardio. And even though that's all really good exercise, I really miss certain things about the weightlifting, like the way it was helping my posture a lot. Obviously, like the confidence boost that I kind of got from it as well, but just kind of like the feeling of pushing against the resistance. It was really a cool metaphor for me, and it's something that I kind of miss in my life. So another thing that's kind of been alarming for me is kind of impulsively spending money, and I noticed that I do this a lot more in social settings. And so for myself, that's been making me a lot more anxious when thinking about finances, obviously. And it really gets me annoyed with myself, and then I start thinking negative things about myself, and that's not a good sign either. So it's something that's been making me really anxious that I've noticed recently, and I'm going to start tackling it head on. And the other thing probably that's the most alarming for me is my sleep schedule is thrown way off. So I'm going to bed a lot later, and I'm waking up a lot later as well. I'm either sleeping or snoozing my way through my alarm, and it's kind of been getting on my nerves. I feel like my days are getting a bit more rushed, and I'm not feeling too hot about it. So basically, last night I was kind of writing down all my problems before I went to bed, and I've started thinking about solutions for myself. So in terms of like the finances, I've kind of just built myself a better budget. I've read a couple of books that are pretty solid in terms of finances, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and a couple others. Basically, I built myself a budget, which I hope is going to help me start getting some more savings built up, but also tackling the stuff I got to pay for as well. And then in terms of kind of getting my gym life back and getting like more of a balance, I suppose, between my leisure time hanging out with my buddies and having fun, and then the time that I'm spending working on things that are important to me, I'm gonna start setting a weekly schedule for myself, and that's something that's gonna be really difficult for me, I think, just because I've never really liked having set schedules. That's one thing that's always kind of agitated me or made me kind of anxious, is having to do certain things by a certain time. But I'm hoping that because this is going to be self-imposed, I'll have a lot less stress about being stuck to it. So I'm hoping it's going to work out well for me. Essentially what I'm planning on doing is every single Sunday sitting down and just basically mapping out my next week and starting off on a weekly basis. Now, I know this is probably something that's super basic. Either you already stick to a weekly routine and you're like, what, you haven't done this yet? Or you're thinking like you seriously have to start building a schedule for yourself to hold yourself accountable. For me, I think yes, just because I have the attention span of a goldfish, I probably need to set a schedule for myself. And the reason why I haven't yet is because, like I said, I don't really feel comfortable in those areas. I don't really like it. It's time to grow, and it's time to start to learn that that's probably something I'm going to need to start doing. That's what I'm going to start to do, and hopefully that's going to start getting me in a better headspace in terms of the things that have really been making me anxious recently. Basically, my plan is to build my schedule based solely around achieving the goals that I'm trying to work on right now. So what that's gonna look like is I'm gonna put in all of my places where I have to work, time slots for me to put in work in the areas that I'm looking to work on the most. So basically that'll be done first. After that, I'm gonna schedule blocks in for fitness, and then I'm gonna schedule time blocks in for my leisure time and kind of my more self-improvement time. So that'll include a little bit more reading, just because I've been ignoring that a lot as well. And then it'll have time for stretching and different things like that. So that's essentially what I'm going to start to do, is build myself a schedule that includes all of the things that are the most important to me. Does include a lot of things that I don't want to do all the time, but that's kind of the point of it, is to basically just kind of keep myself on track. I guess a little bit more diligent on just doing the things that I don't always want to do, but the things that are best for me. So if you've had a lot of success in this, please share it in the comments so I can know how to improve on this, and it'll probably help a lot of other people as well. And if you are kind of starting this off, or you've tried it before and you didn't continue doing it, probably throw that in and share what you struggled with or what you are struggling with, and then we'll probably get some answers for that as well, maybe. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you guys have a good day and a good week.